Retro Red here, coming at you with an awesome eBay grab. Today's July 16th, 2016. Today I went out garage sailing. I didn't grab anything to do video game related wise, except for when I went to a guy who was an ex-video game retailer. I bought a whole bunch of Marios off him, so there's no sense in me showing you that stuff. I did pick up some calculators and things at the flea markets and thrift stores and everything today. Pretty awesome day as far as me picking up all the Marios and stuff. But this video is about the eBay grab. In the comments down below, let me know if you have specifically told a seller, hey, could you make sure that you wrap this particular item to make sure it doesn't get damaged, and they don't do it. I paid $450 for this entire lot. The lot broke out to be 4 different lots spanned across the seller's listings. He had one listing for a Sega Master System, all the games, a Genesis system, and all the Genesis games. No Master System itself in the first lot. The second lot, there was an N64 with a few games. In the next lot, there was a couple N64 games. In the next lot, there were some standalone Genesis games. And in the next lot, there was the system on the standalone. All of his starting bids were extremely high. Like, give an example, the Genesis slot with all the Master System games and Genesis games, the starting bid was like $200, or buy it now for like $600 or something. It was just something ridiculous. But something told me to message the seller, spend a good hour communicating back and forth with the seller, and I wound up picking up all this stuff, like I said, for $450. But I specifically told him to make sure he protected the system during shipment. I didn't care about anything else, that he literally didn't have to bubble wrap anything else. He could throw it in a box. I don't care if that stuff showed up damaged. I didn't even need him to wipe down any of the games, and you're going to see how gross they are in a second. So my wife calls me and she says the neighbor picked up 3 packages for us because FedEx was going to leave me a note. Instead, FedEx saw the neighbor. Neighbor said, I'll sign for it. Awesome neighbor. Thank you so much for doing that for me. I get home and I'm like, oh, my wife actually opened up my packages for me to make everything easier for me. No, she didn't. The seller shipped this item, the Master System 3D combo, which it's missing the power supply, secondary controller, and the manual. If you notice, there's a water damage mark right there. You can see the shininess because that's all tape. All tape. And if you don't believe me that the seller shipped it, hold on, I still have the little tab. Right here is the FedEx secondary label. He literally just slapped the FedEx label shipping on this when I specifically told him, make sure that this is protected. Well, it got damaged. The tape is going to ruin it completely from me taking it off. I'm going to have to do my best to get it off. So I messaged the seller. Before I get into the communications with the seller, here goes the rest of the stuff. All these games are complete. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take everything out and I'm going to have to wash the clamshells. This is Captain Silver, California Games, Wonder Boy in the Monsters Land. They're all complete, by the way. Poseidon's Wars 3D. You can see how dirty they are. They're just so filthy. Rambo, Afterburner, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, Rashtan, that's how you pronounce it, Dead Angle, Zaxxon 3D, Spellcaster, Govelius, Valley of Doom, Black Belt, one of the Sega games, Rocket Knight Adventure that I took, Aztec Adventures, Cloudmaster, Miracle Warriors, Shinobi, Space Harrier, Rambo 3, Double Dragon, Gangster Town, and R-Type. That's it for the Master System games. Here's how it broke down. I said, hey, I'll buy this lot from you, this piece to this lot, this piece, and this is what I'll offer you. And we agreed on $450. The next piece of the lot, I bought the loose cart for Castlevania Bloodlines. And the last piece was N64 Grape. As you can see how dirty it is because this isn't even like clean anymore. Expansion pack. Hookups. Look how dirty that is. N64 Blue, Atomic Purple, N64 Blue, N64 Gold, N64 Gray, and the 6 games, only 6. Man, watch out my hands. Rampage, Vigilante 8, GoldenEye, Mario Kart 64, Star Fox, and Super Smash Brothers. So I messaged the seller immediately and I was like, hey, what happened to me, you protecting that? I told you I wanted that to come nice to me. It got damaged, water damage, it got dinged, the tape you put on it ruined it. Also, I told him, when I asked him from the pictures, it looked like there was only a controller missing. I said, just to confirm, the only thing missing in that set is the controller. He goes, yes. Well, the power supply was missing, the controller was missing, the paperwork was missing. So I also messaged him about that. He said, I'll give you a $35 partial refund. And then I expressed to him, I said, unfortunately, that's not going to work for me, because when I showed him how expensive this box set is, this box set in excellent condition, there's one on eBay for $500. Do I think that this is worth $500 in excellent condition? No, I think it's more of like a $400 system. But this bundle is extremely hard to come by, so I showed him that. Now, granted, I didn't expect him to refund me $400, so I said, listen, I gave him some options. He wound up giving me a $135 refund, which, honestly, I told him that I only wanted a $100 refund to make up for the damage to the box and the missing parts that he told me that weren't missing. But he gave me $135. I'm actually buying something else from him. So I'm going to just make sure that I ask more questions next time. But in the comments down below, let me know if this ever happened to you with NES boxes. I know I've asked people to protect NES boxes, and they shipped them just in a regular bubble mailer, no protection, and they got crushed along the way. I know that stories happen. Guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget, give me the thumbs up, and have a great day. Look at my hands from touching them. Yo.